Here's a quick overview of our setup now with using Waves and the Waves server that's located right down here. I just want to walk you through some of the basic stuff, both for setting it up for practices and Sunday morning, and also the routing on the board. Starting with the server and computer, obviously you fire up the computer server on button is right here. Once it connects, that red blinking light will turn blue. And what we use here is called Super Rack, which is this blue icon, Super Rack Sound Grid. All of the other ones serve as, the setup and different things. But that's what we do. And we click that on, and then as soon as that opens up and connects, this should turn, oh, it's already turned blue here. Once Super Rack is open, you'll see this window. The only thing really that's important to know here is that each channel is referred to as a rack. So 20 through 23 are our vocal mics. And so if you come over here, you probably know this, but if you press view, then you'll see those numbers, that 20 through 23 right there, and that's vocals ending with mine 23. And so you see it over here. This blue just means that the effect is placed on them and saved. And then if you go to this window, rack, this is where all the time is spent, just the actual use of Waves is on this window. You can tell here that this is the only one we're running. Any other plugins or effects would be added in here. And then right now, rack 1 is selected. So that's not where we're at. So you could go all the way up to rack 20, let's see, let's refresh over here. Rack 20 through 23 are our vocals. So if everything is up and running and someone's speaking in their microphone, you'll see this dial change. These two dials here are set to where we want them as far as how the auto-tune affects the voice. Down here, you'll see this setting. Chromatic is not the one that we will most use. We'll use major, which then you have your key select right here. When you select a key and you look on our sheet and see what key we're doing a song, and you would select the new key. So let's say it's in C, and then you would send to all. So this button, send to all, is massively important and a really good shortcut. So what that allows it to do is, if we're at the beginning of these 4 vocals, it goes 20, 21, and it's at C, 22, 23 will also be set to C. So it's really a minimum of clicks that are required. So these are the dials you need to know about, but it's kind of a set and forget it. That's already in there. It needs to be set at major. And then throughout the set, as the key changes, you would select a key and just push send all, and you should be good. Okay, a little bit about routing from soundboard to computer to server, and it really has to do right here with the insert. Let me show you one that is already done. So on my vocal, if we pull it up, here's the insert. If I press it, it has to do with, you have to select here IO port. It'll be unassigned if nothing's on it. You select IO port, and then so looking back at my name here, I'm on channel 23. So I would go to 23 here, select that, and so they both have to be like that. So you see IO port below it, also IO port 23, and then apply, and then it turns itself on. That just means that now it's communicating. It will be filtering through the effect that we have going on over here. So let's do a quick one that is not selected yet. So this is what you would see if it's not routed. So you would go to IO port, and then And then that one is, if I look down, Adam's name's there, but it's 20. So we come back up here, go to 20, and then do the same thing below. IO port 20. And it's already set to digital, so we're good. Apply, and then the insert turns itself on. So that just means that it's communicating now through the server and computer and using the auto-tune on that channel. Now, the thing that I learned as we've been kind of navigating and learning this is the fact that for the singer, we need to make a new channel to send back to them that is not affected by auto-tune. If they get the auto-tune version of it, if they're flat or sharp, the auto-tune kicks in and modifies it. So in their ears, it might actually sound like they're singing the right thing when they're not, and they may correct or overcorrect. So I think that makes sense. Here's what I've done. These were all open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting with mine, and then every one of them after that is just color with aux, so blue, green, yellow aux, red aux. And the simple way that I did that was, if I select mine, is to go in here and look at what local socket I'm on. So local socket, because we're plugged into the back here. And then matching that same thing. So if I go to mine here, then the one that's going to the mains, we see local socket 2, which obviously means that it's plugged in back there, number 2. So I'm gonna match the same thing over here to mine. So that's what I did. So if we select here, local socket 2, but I don't have that insert running, obviously. So it's not doing the auto-tune on this channel. That way, since we have it like this, the vocalists will now, what they will see when they open their app is all of these options: green, yellow, blue, red, and it'll depend on what microphone that they have. So they will be able to select that one. If we go to, I guess I already have it on here, aux 7, that's my mix. I'm Ben aux, I'm all the way up, but Ben to the mains, I'm all the way down. I don't want the auto-tune affecting my voice. And then obviously we go to the main mix and everything's back up where it needs to be. So that's just the way those are routed. I'll be explaining to the vocalists what they need to do, which is basically turning this aux up and the one that's labeled their name down, because we don't want them to hear the wrong thing. The other thing that I did in making these was a simple copy and paste. So the copy button, and you probably know about this already, but copy and then hold down select and then hold down paste, and then into the open channels that we had here.